Hello.
Hello again, Ellie.
Yeah, hello.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm good.
Great.
Yeah, these days you and I talk more than my husband.
Don't get me in trouble, Ellie. One of the leading causes of problems in marriage is that the wife doesn't feel like the husband talks to her.
Mm-hmm.
And that's because most men do not practice what we call um, uh, active listening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the woman says, I love you, or do you love me? He responds, didn't I give you these beautiful children? Didn't I buy you this beautiful house? Don't I take care of you? And then she goes away and says, he doesn't hear me. He doesn't understand
Yeah.
me, right? So what the man needs to do is, do you love me? Yes, I love you.
Oh, yeah. I agree totally your opinion, but that is only your thought. Korean situation is very awkward in South Korea. Yeah.
Okay, tell me, how is it awkward? Beba, can you warm my coffee? Mm-hmm.
I,
How is
I
it
have,
how
yeah,
is
I
it
have.
awkward? You're having coffee too? How is it awkward in Korea? Tell me the difference. Maybe it's a cultural difference.
Yeah, culture difference. Mm, oh, we do not say like that. We we just believe in
In our
mind
heart.
other, yeah, in heart each other, but do
So
not
you never
do not express
you
about.
never say anything like that, like I love you or anything like
Yeah,
that.
I never said like that.
Huh?
Hmm.
Interesting.
No, no. But I love my family. I love my husband. Yeah. But I do not say
You don't
like
express
very
that
nervous.
not to
Yeah, very
anybody or
nervous.
just to the husband or not to anybody.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to watch this in the Korean movies.
Mm-hmm. Very awkward. Very awkward.
Ah. So Koreans never really express "I love you." You know what
Yes.
I've noticed in the Korean dramas is that they aren't very romantic. Even
Yeah,
when
that's
the
that's
even when the even when
drama.
the
That's drama.
well, even when the stories about like I watched the movie Mr. Sunshine. Okay,
Hmm.
you're familiar with this movie, right? Or this series? Well, they're in love with each other, but like it takes like 5 or 6 episodes before he will touch her. Another 5 before he'll hug her, and I
Yeah.
don't think he kisses her to the last episode.
Yes, yes, that's only drama.
Okay.
We couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine like that in daily life, in the real life, in real life.
Okay. How is it in real life?
Hmm. Almost a couple.
More
In my
passionate?
age, yeah, in my age, almost a couple do not hold hold hands, do not hold hands, and we
E-
just eating.
even when you're young sweethearts, you don't hold hands.
um young people,
Like when you and
young
your
people.
husband, when your husband was courting you,
Yes.
okay, did he hold your hand?
No.
No. What about kiss?
Oh, very ashamed. Very awkward and very ashamed. Please
Ah.
do not tell do not do not tell
Okay.
me about it. Do not tell me about it.
Are you saying that in public they
Yes.
don't show affection, or even in private they don't show affection?
Yeah. I saw public part. I saw I saw uh I saw one couple at the park,
Mm-hmm.
mm, many years ago. They hugged each other, but uh, some people don't like that, don't want to see like that because very
Okay,
awkward.
what about in private?
Yes.
In private, yes, what?
Mm, private. Hmm.
In private, the couple hugs
I
each
know.
other, kisses
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah. I think only private space. I
Okay,
think
now this is a little bit dicey. We're going to try to.
yes. Yeah.
Do they only hug and kiss? Very embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when you're in private, if your husband kisses you, what does that mean?
Mm, but not common. We do not like that. We are only sibling relationship now.
Like a sibling relationship.
Yeah, sibling relationship is
Oh my
yeah,
God, that
almost a
would.
couple like this. Yeah,
Well, yeah. I mean, the longer you're in a
don't
relationship,
talk to me. Yeah,
the
we are
more the
sibling.
more it becomes like friends, and less it becomes like passionate lovers.
Yeah,
But that always has to be there.
yeah. Skinship.
Kissing,
Yeah, skinship. The Korean says like this. Oh, you are so beautiful. You are pretty today.
and
Like
they
yeah,
touch each other.
this me touchy body is uh, touchy body relationship. We call the skinship friendly. Um,
Friend.
yeah, friendly. We
Okay.
express
Can a
friendly.
can a man tell a woman, "Oh,
Yeah.
you look so nice today. You look so pretty," and then touch her?
Yes, but that situation is very awkward, and everybody do not like that.
Okay. What about two women? If your friend said, "Oh, you look so beautiful today," and then she touched you,
Yeah, likewise, that situation is very, very rare here.
how do you guys ever get pregnant?
You watch it only drama. That's
Okay.
not real.
How do you, that's
Mhm.
different. That's
Yes,
different.
that's different.
Americans are very affectionate and they're
Hmm.
very touchy people.
I
Most of them.
know, I know.
Some people don't like. I know that I show a video to my Chinese students about going to school in America and some of the things that will um, that are different.
Yes,
And one of them, the girl says, when they greet you, they'll shake your hand. Okay?
yes.
But some people will even hug you.
Hmm.
And she said, it doesn't mean anything. It's just a form of greeting. She
Yes,
said, but the way she said it was, somebody did this to me. It sounds more like she's being accosted. I think still she's not like Latinos, like Mexicans, Spanish, thing like that. They will hug each other. Arabs will kiss each other, men and men, not men and
yeah,
women.
I know. Yeah, but that.
And Emiratis will rub noses.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's
But
interesting and
but the
fun.
women, a man cannot touch a woman in the Arab culture.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna turn another topic today.
Okay, yeah. Let's find a more comfortable topic.
Yeah. Hmm. Uh, I watched it today. World news as a user. Today some news announced like this. In North Korea launched the new missile from the train for the
Two.
first time. Yeah, two. Oh, yeah, for the first time. That's very interesting from the train. Yeah, but I think it
Well,
would be
that is that
scary.
is not something new. It's very old.
Uh-huh.
You can see pictures even as far back as World War I, where
Hmm.
where they had big cannons
Yes.
on the railroad, um, which is good because that way you can get it across the country quickly. The problem is it's not always convenient to where you're shooting
Mm.
your missiles at.
Yeah.
Also, it's pretty predictable. If you know that they have railroad car missiles, all you
Mm.
do is have your satellites watch the railroad. When they appear, You send a drone and shoot the missile. They shoot the
Yeah.
missile site. So I don't really know if it's that smart an idea, but it's okay.
Yes.
Especially,
Some generations.
especially with,
Mhm.
especially with South Korea having so
Mhm.
much artillery. The South Koreans have chosen to go with artillery, cannon, whereas the North Koreans have gone with missiles. Okay.
Yes.
Well, modern Korean artillery is very, very accurate, and
Hmm.
they can send a lot of explosives, not just one. So if they know where this railroad is, they can blow up the railroad. Then how are they just the tracks? Or have an airplane destroy the track? Then how are they going to get their missile out to shoot? So I don't
Yeah.
think it's that smart an idea.
Yeah. But in this serious situation, um, Korea, some journalists says like this, um, no matter what North Korea Kim Jong Un does, oh, President South Korea's President Moon do not stop to provide uh, aid to North Korea.
He won't give them any aid to stop it.
Yes.
Well, because the history of North Korea is in their international relationship. They've done that with the United States a bunch of times. If you help us, we won't do this. So we help them. They still do it.
Yeah.
So why would Moon give them anything? Okay. If you want to us to give you aid, then you need to stop doing this first,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll give you aid. But if you're going to wait, no. Same thing with the Iranians. They all play the Americans for suckers. The Americans like to think people are good, which is bullshit. People are selfish. They're going to do what's in their best interest. So they'll say, it's like, you send me $100 and I'll quit smoking. Okay. Well, you might send $100. You probably spend $100 on buying cigarettes. That's the way people are. And
Mm-hmm.
so I think your president is very wise not to send them any. I wouldn't give them anything.
And do
They're
you
your
know?
enemy. Why would you give your enemy anything?
Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I think he 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 is totally left side.
He's a leftist. He's a socialist.
Yes.
But even socialists are smart enough to know that they don't want communists.
Yes. Some
Okay.
people, yeah, some people said President now President Moon, President Moon of South Korea, he is secretary of Kim Jong Un. Well, I agree. I agree.
Well, it's like Biden. Biden is, though he's been kind of a centralist most of his life, it's because he likes to bounce it back and forth. But now, as a president, he's showing a lot of socialist, progressive policies. Okay. But even as much as there's so many people in Congress, like AOC and that
Hmm.
gang and the Democrats, as much as they would like to make America a socialist country, it won't be that easy. People are just not going to give up their business and say, okay, we're going to let the government run it.
Yeah.
Because one of the things in the American ethos, Ronald Reagan, a great conservative president, said the scariest words you can ever hear is, I'm from the federal government and I've come to help you.
Hmm.
Because the government can't do anything right. About the only thing they do right is the military, and they don't even do that right. Okay? The Americans have the post office, right?
Yeah.
Post. Every year it loses money.
Hmm.
Every year. But
Yeah.
you don't see Federal Express or DSL, them losing money. How do they
Hmm.
make a profit every year, but they can't make a profit in the post office? A lot of companies take advantage of the post office that its charges not enough money, you know?
Hmm.
So I don't even understand why they just don't end the post office. Why do we have to have a post office? Let the free enterprise take care of it.
Yeah.
The military too. They did an audit during the Trump administration. There's like I don't know, over the years, they've lost like $8 trillion. How do you lose $8 trillion? Where's that money?
Mhm.
Either it's in black ops or secret something or another, but they can't show where the
Yeah.
money is. Well,
Mm-hmm.
you can't run a business like that. And that's one of the reasons the military didn't like Trump. Trump is a businessman. He said, okay, if I give you $3 billion, you got to show me the product at the end. What did you make for my $3 billion? You can't just say, oh,
Mm-hmm.
we had overruns. Oh, we had this. Oh, really? Well, why didn't you have a contract that said they eat the overruns?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, but this Biden guy, oh my God, he is like the worst. He is he is the worst president I've seen in America since Jimmy Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Even Obama was better than Biden. This guy is I
Yes.
think he's senile. He's so old he doesn't understand what's going on,
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
which
today, oh,
makes him dangerous
mm-hmm. Yeah.
because he's weak. You know, if the Chinese were going to do something, now would be the time to do it because they have a weak president.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, today on other good news.
On the other hand,
Yeah. On the other hand, France President Macron Macron's army killed ISIS chief. You know.
yeah, in Africa,
Yes. They
I read about that.
not remember in exactly they that troops use nuclear missile or
No, I don't
nuclear
think
missile. No.
the matter of fact, they were kind of quiet about how they did it.
Mm-hmm.
They know that he's dead. They won't say how they killed him,
Mm-hmm.
which is within their rights, you know. But the French do have a pretty good army, and their special forces are pretty good.
Yeah. Oh,
Their army
that's.
is probably about equal to the Korean army in
Mm-hmm.
strength and size.
Yes. Yeah. Conservative want to like that situation in North Korea. Technology, military, security technology is very improved a lot, so they can kill the Kim Jong Un like that. But any 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 country like do that.
Well, part of the problem is that, at least in the United States, was they were kind of slow. I mean, and it's typical bureaucracy. Okay, when I was working at the University of Houston, they put
Mhm.
me on the technology committee for this university, right?
Yes.
And so when I got time to buy technology, I tried to explain to them, you can't buy technology like you're buying a refrigerator. Okay, you buy a refrigerator, it might run for 20 years. You never have to replace the refrigerator. But technology, you have to buy on the edge. You have to buy the fastest, best computer, even though it's the most expensive. Because why?
Yeah.
Because in a year it'll be obsolete.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like you would go in schools in the even in the 1990s, they still had the Apple II computer.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it was ridiculous.
Yeah.
So you had to when I was assistant principal at an elementary school, I got them a
Mm-hmm.
grant to write for all these new computers, and we got the grant, and we did good. We bought all these computers, but I had to
Yeah.
convince the principal we need to send these old Apple IIs out, but they still work. Yeah, but just
Mm-hmm.
because they work doesn't mean that they're worth having. I had to explain to her. It's like your car. You drive a Lincoln Continental. 10
Mm-hmm.
years ago, you were driving Chevy Nova.
Yes.
If the Chevy Nova never broke down, would you continue to use it? No, you want to step up to a bigger, better car because you're
Yeah. Yeah.
positioned.
Mm-hmm.
So in all those times, and it's just like that with the military. If their computer worked, they didn't see any reason why they had to change it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it took a long time for the military to catch up and understand. but the military has become more and more dependent on technology.
Yes.
So they've had to keep up. You know,
Yeah. So I think I'm expecting their use target tracking to Kim Jong.
they're going to use what? Targeting.
That's I see.
Well, the truth is you could
ISIS,
a
like
guy like
ISIS.
that you could.
Mhm.
Mhm. The truth is you could kill him anytime you wanted to. The problem is who's going to take his place.
Yes.
Sometimes it's better the devil you know than the devil you don't know. If he dies, then who's going to take his place? His sister?
Yes, maybe, maybe.
She's worse than he is.
Some such journalism, many journalism, uh, so told to his younger sister, um, younger sister, younger sister get sorry gave gave his throne.
Yeah, she's getting more powerful,
Yeah. Hmm.
which is interesting because women in the North have not been very prominent in the government.
Yes.
It's been a very chauvinistic, male dominated. So if they
Mm.
switched over, the problem with if she was the one who inherits, um, I don't know, the crown, it would more than likely cause a civil war.
Yeah.
And the thing that's kept North Korea from going to civil war is because it's gone from father to son to father to son. Okay? If there was
Yeah.
any infighting, it was usually in the family, and it was usually finished before the old man died. Okay,
Yes.
so that's worked for what, 3 generations now. But sooner or later, just like in the Europe during the monarchy, uh, guys die unexpectedly. Look at this guy. He's overweight. He uses drugs. He drinks like a sailor. He's having
Mhm.
sex with all these women. He could die any minute. He could have a heart attack, right? Then they're in the position. Does he have a son that he's named? Are his kids old enough to handle it? Is there a brother? Is there a sister? There's so many family members. It could
Yeah.
become chaos. And that's the
Mhm.
problem. Then that causes a problem for South Korea.
Yes. Oh,
Because if they start shooting at each other, some smart guy is going to shoot across the border and start a war.
yeah. I recognize the through with your conversation. Uh, I recognize with the I recognize the through through our conversation recently. mm, I do not have actually I do not have exam anymore. I'm in my mid 40s right now. So uh, but I'm enjoying learning English right now.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I think the um best way is talking about interest and
Absolutely.
yeah,
In education, we call that connectivity. If
uh-huh.
you are involved in a conversation or a lesson that the student connects to that he likes, it will encourage his learning. You know,
Yes.
if we were talking about astrophysics or something like that
Yeah.
you're not interested in, then it's kind of boring and I'm not really doing this. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But I have a question, young lady. Have you been watching any movies?
No. Sorry about it.
Baby,
I
where's
I
my
will do
stick to spank this
watch
bad girl?
movie from now
Come
after
on,
this.
I want your English to improve, and that's going to be the best way to improve.
Yeah.
That one that I showed you, curiosity. Get on that. Watch those movies. Your interesting stuff.
I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
Yesterday, you said you told me about four things about four things, right?
mm.
Mm-hmm.
Come to Camberley. Talk to me. Watch movies.
Yes.
Read out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Listen.
Yes. And uh, before this lesson, I have many tutors. You can see my minute, my minutes. For I have been practicing for over 1 year so far on Cambly,
Mm-hmm.
but my English is improved, but
But not as
I'm
fast as you'd like to.
yeah, but I'm always nervous, and I'm boring, and sometimes I was bored.
Bored. Bored.
I was boring.
Not
Um,
boring. I was bored.
I was bored
Okay.
about
If
some.
the teacher is bored, if you're bored with what the teacher is thinking, I was bored. If you
I
say
was
I
bored.
if you say I'm boring, that means you're the one who's not
Uh huh.
interesting.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, you're very interesting, so you're not boring. You were bored.
yeah. I'm bored. I
Yeah.
was I were bored
Yes. And now
about
I you
interest.
want something more interesting.
Mm-hmm. But several my class was very great and fantastic, and so I can concentrate on my class every time like this, and
Mhm.
I'm so happy.
Well, I'm
I'm
glad you're
so
happy.
happy to talk with you.
I'm very happy to talk with you too. You share a lot of interesting things about
Mhm.
Korea, what's going on there.
I'm
And
talkative actually in I'm talkative in I'm talkative to speak Korean, but I'm humble to speak when I speak English when I
yeah,
speak in English. Yeah.
this is why you have to watch the movies and read the book because then you will become more confident with your English.
Wow.
In 6 months you'll be talking English like a crazy woman. Okay,
Mm,
but you have to do the work, sweetheart.
yes.
Okay, and we have a lot of things we can share, but think about when you could share more because you're not
Yes.
feeling embarrassed about your English. And there's no reason to feel embarrassed about your English. Your English is good. I understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
Your problem
I'm
is that
glad.
your English is down here and your intellect is up here. You're a very smart woman. So sometimes you can't find the right word to express what you want to express because you haven't learned the right word. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this happens with my wife sometimes.
Yeah.
She'll talk Tagalog or talk Filipino English so much, and it's
Mm-hmm.
going to be down here. It's going to be with housewives, and they're talking about the kitchen and going to the market
Yeah.
and kids and stuff like that. So then when she starts to talk about something intellectual, she'll
Mm-hmm.
find that she can't find the words. So then what
Uh-huh.
she'll do is she'll get a book and she'll start reading a book. And the book will give her the vocabulary that she needs to express herself.
Yeah.
This is why I encourage you to watch Curiosity rather than Netflix, because Curiosity is much more intellectual. Okay. And I'm surprised you haven't gone farther in school. I don't know why